Today I am going to show you how to set up your brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro from scratch. Step by step we will walk through everything, from setting up the controller and activating the drone, to a full menu walkthrough and a detailed explanation of all the settings and buttons. I will also show you a few safety settings that most beginners forget, so pay close attention because they could save your drone from crashing. Let's get started. First we remove the gimbal protector by loosening the strap, then we pull away the cover, and then we also remove this little foam piece under the gimbal. If you want to put the cover back on after a flight, just do the same process in reverse. To unfold the arms, gently flip them out just like this. Front or back first, the order doesn't matter. Now you charge the battery of the drone, either by using a USB cable, or if you purchase the Fly More combo, you can charge all batteries at once with the charging hub. While charging, you will see 4 LED lights blinking. Once all 4 lights stay solid, you're fully charged and ready to go. To remove a battery, you simply press these 2 buttons on the side and pull the battery out. To insert it back, slide it in until you hear a click. One short press on the power button will show you the battery level. To turn the drone on, press once, release your finger and then press again and hold. You will hear a beautiful sound, the gimbal will activate and the propellers might twitch. From this point, don't touch the gimbal, otherwise it's possible that you damage it. On the back, next to the USB port, you will see the slot for your microSD card. The little icon shows the correct direction. Slide it in until it locks properly. On the Mini 5 Pro, you don't have to twist off the lens like on older drones like the Mini 4. Just clip the ND filter directly over the lens. Easy. Next, let's set up the controller. Charge it with the same cable you used for the drone. The battery lights and the power button work exactly the same. One press to check the battery level, one press and another hold to turn it on. On the back side, you will find the control sticks. Pull them out and screw them onto the front. The controller also has a microSD card slot. This is optional but very useful if you want to make use of screen records of a controller. Before your first flight, you need to activate the drone. Turn on both the drone and the controller and then follow the on-screen steps. Choose your language, accept the terms, set your region, connect yourself to your Wi-Fi network, then select your time zone. And now you can log in into your DJI account if you already have one. Otherwise, you can register yourself if it's your first time. Once you hit start, you will see a quick explanation of the controller buttons. Let's walk through them. With the left wheel, you tilt the gimbal up and down. The right wheel is used for zooming in and out. The left top button records a video, and the right top button takes a photo. The return to home button. If you hold this button during a flight, your drone will return to its takeoff point. This button also cancels actions like quick shots or master shots. On the front, you will see a CNS switch. C stands for Cine mode. This mode provides slow and smooth movements and is the best for cinematic footage. N is the normal mode and S is sport mode. As the name says, this mode offers very fast and responsive movements. But here you have to be careful, because when using sports mode, your obstacle sensors are disabled. On the backside, you have the C1 and C2 button. These buttons are customizable in the settings to fit your own preference and your style of flying. The status lights. These lights show if the aircraft is connected or disconnected, if a firmware update failed, and many other things. On the last side, you will see the optimal positions for your antennas, depending on the position of your drone. Now the DJI Fly app will start. You can skip the welcome video here. Again, accept the terms, and the drone will activate itself before it's prompting you to download and install the required firmware updates. Once that's done, you will see the home screen. Here you find things like the gallery, where you review your footage. And you also see the quick transfer option. With this one, you can quickly transfer files to your phone. On the bottom is the service tab. This is for DJI care, repairs and flyaway coverage. I always highly recommend the DJI care, because as you know, the devil never sleeps and accidents can happen all the time. Next to Service in the Profile tab is where you check firmware updates, your account info and other general settings. If you now swipe down from top to bottom, you will find another menu where you can check notifications, adjust the brightness and volume on your controller, your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and you can also start screen recordings or take screenshots. That's all you really need here. Now let's go back and move on to flying. Here we have a look on important settings that you should know before you actually take off. Press the three dots in the top right. In the Safety tab, you can adjust what your drone is doing when it detects an obstacle. I recommend setting it to bypass, so that it smoothly avoids obstacles. If you set it to brake, the drone will just stop and hover. And if you turn it off completely, the sensors are disabled. I wouldn't recommend that unless you're very experienced. The message on the screen highlights that too. Return to home altitude. Like I said before, this function returns the drone to its takeoff point. And you should always set the altitude high enough so that your drone avoids any trees, building or obstacles in your area. So for example, if the highest point around you is 30 meters, set it to about 50 just to be safe. If you move down to the very bottom of the safety menu, you will find the signal loss behavior. And I would suggest you to choose the return to home option. That way, if your signal drops, the drone will automatically return to home instead of hovering or landing somewhere random. Another important thing to keep an eye on is the satellite signal. Red means you're working with a weak signal and you shouldn't take off. My signal is red since I'm indoors at the moment. Orange represents a decent amount of GPS and white means a strong signal and a safe flying experience. That's it. Your DJI Mini 5 Pro is now unboxed, activated, set up and fully ready for your very first safe flight. In my next video, we get our drone up in the air, learn some basic movements, and you will learn how to actually operate your drone and camera properly. If you found this guide helpful, hit that like button, subscribe and check out my full DJI Mini 5 Pro playlist in the description or on my channel.